Does the roofing on your Sims builds look like this, but you want it to look like this? Let me help you. I'm gonna show you 5 different ways to roof the same build, and then you can take these techniques and styles to go roof your own builds. We're gonna start really simple for our first one. We're only going to use one style of roof, and it's going to be the hipped roof. So you're going to start by placing it on the biggest part of your build and just pull it to fit, and then adjust the height of your roof however you'd like. Then I'm just going to pull the eaves out because that's a preference, but it's a preference, so you do you. Then I'm going to copy this roof and place it over this side on the left. And then I'm going to drag to fill it in so it is completely on this piece of the house. Then I'm going to duplicate this roof again and just bring it so it hangs off the front here. And then we're going to drag it in so it lines up with our little porch. And I'm going to drag the back all the way to match the main part of the roof. Then I'm just going to throw in our columns, and there you have a really solid roof for a house. If you just follow this method for this style of roof, you'll have a solid roof, just don't make it too tall. For this second roof, we're only going to be using the gabled roof. You're going to start by placing a gabled roof and dragging it across the entire large part of the build, and we're going to make it a lot shorter because we don't want super tall roofs. We're going to take a second gabled roof and we're going to turn it so it's facing the other direction and just cover the small part of the build and drag it to blend into this one. And you might need to adjust the height on this one as well so it blends in seamlessly. For the porch, we're taking a third gabled roof and we're just going to put it on the far end of this part of the house, and we're going to drag it until it lines up with our porch like this. Then you're going to adjust the height of it to match the height of the main part of the roof. They blend in here, so it just kind of adds a piece here. And you're going to hold the shift key, which adjusts only one side of the eaves. The eaves are the edges of our roofs here. If you just grab it here with this arrow, it'll adjust both sides, but if you grab it while holding shift, it'll change just one side. So grab that roof piece you just placed, hold shift, and drag the eaves forward until they match up with your porch. Add your columns, and there you have another super simple, easy roof style, and you just gotta make the lines match up, and it's really super simple. This one's also super simple. It's just with gabled roofs again, just slightly different. So grab the gabled roof and place it so the flat side of the roof is facing the front and cover this whole main piece of the build. And you can go ahead and adjust it down if you'd like. Gonna do the same thing on the smaller piece and adjust it down so it is smaller than the other roof because we don't want this to blend. We just want this to be a little bit smaller. Now to cover our porch, we're going to take another gabled roof, but facing the other direction, and have it be the width of our porch. And then we're gonna drag it down just a smidge so that it's not the same height as the main piece. And we're gonna drag it all the way through to the other side like this. And for this one, I would honestly bring it out a little bit, and I would grab a patio, and I would put a patio in the back as well as a bit of a backyard patio. Now stay with me here. I'm going to show you how to fix this little hangover right here. So this doesn't look fantastic. Like, that looks really awkward. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this large roof piece. We're going to shrink it so that it's just covering the very front. And then we're going to duplicate that and put it on the back side of the house like that so they are matching. You're going to hold shift and bring in the eaves on the inside piece. So we're going to bring them on the right here. We're going to bring those eaves in, and we're going to bring the eaves over here on the left in, just like that. Then we're going to duplicate either of these roof pieces and just overlap it with one of the ones that's there and drag it to meet the other side piece. Then we're going to hold shift again, and we're going to raise up the side eave piece up, and now you don't have that little weird overhang anymore. Then just add your columns, adjust your roof height, and there you have another nice little roof. Now this one's going to be a little bit more of a fun shape. So go ahead and grab your gabled roof and rotate it so the flat side is facing front, and again, just cover this big part of your roof. Now here's where it gets fun. Select the roof and then hold shift and C on your keyboard, and it'll give you a bunch more of these dots to adjust the slopes of your roof. Go ahead and do whatever you want with this, honestly. I like making mine a little bit round and a little bit curved here, and it gives it kind of like a fairy tale vibe to it. Once you've adjusted your slopes to your liking, duplicate this roof piece, place it back on the smaller piece, and you just drag it to size. And then you have two cute matching little roof pieces. You can also take this little one and change how the slopes are. It's up to you. Make it fun. But now we're going to add our porch. So with this one, I'm actually not going to add a separate porch piece. I'm just going to hold my shift key and I'm going to drag out this front eave so that it covers the porch. And then I'm going to take this side piece up and adjust it so that it's not like, you know, super curved down. And then you have this cute little porch that's the same piece of the roof. But if you don't like this overhang here, go ahead and drag this roof piece in so it lines up with your porch, duplicate it, line it up, and then holding shift, drag your eave back to however far back you want it. And there you have your nice little overhang. Grab your columns. And for this one, you might need to adjust a little bit more. Make sure it's tall enough to cover the columns and long enough. And there you have a cute little cottage house. And for our last one, we're going for a classic kind of look. So we're going to take our gabled roof Again, we use a lot of gabled roofs in the Sims building. Drag it to cover your entire largest part of your build, but don't adjust the height. We'll need the height. Go ahead and duplicate it, drag it to fit on the smaller part. Then we're gonna grab a half gabled roof and we're gonna place it on the front, and this will be our porch roof. Then just grab your columns, place them right there, and you got a roof. Now you can stop here if you want, but we're gonna go one step further and add dormers. Dormers are those little pieces of room sticking out of a roof, like its own little roof piece, that are really cute. So we're gonna add some of those. So we're just gonna take our room tool and draw a 2x2 on our roof in 2 different spots. And you can always adjust where they are. Now you can see they're going to be sticking out like this a little bit. So there's 2 solutions. You can either make your roof taller to cover that bit and then add your roof, or you can drag them so that they are wider and they're 2-sided, and then you can have a dormer on both sides of your roof. It is just a style option on what you prefer. I would probably raise this roof up though. Now that you've decided how you're doing your dormers, go ahead and grab your roof piece. We're gonna grab another gabled roof, believe it or not, and drag it to fit on your dormers. Now these are a little bit high, so I'm gonna lower the roof piece here a little bit, but the roof isn't quite tall enough to kind of cut it off, so I'm going to raise up my roof piece itself as well to cover that, and you have a nice little roof with dormers. And on the back side, it's just as cute. You got your dormers here, and honestly, this could also be the front of a house too. It's looking really cute. So that is 5 ways to roof one house. You can definitely take any of these techniques and apply them to different shaped houses. And if you have any more roofing questions about The Sims, leave them in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!